Hey everybody, I'm Dr. Don and welcome to 2020 Rochester Fringe Festival. This is the virtual version. Behind me is a little clip from last year's live version. I thought we could offer a little nostalgia as we go forward with this year's opportunity. I'm a long-time fan, first-time participant, so I'm excited about that. My program is called Candid Conversations with Cuomo in the Year of the Corona. So we're going to talk to the governor about all things COVID related. It'll be interesting, perhaps offer up a smile or two and see where we go. So for the next 35, 40 minutes, we're going to present 3 of the interviews that we've done with the governor over the past several months on all things COVID related. So we're all over the board, but I think you'll find it interesting. The governor's quite a character and offers some insights in his own special way. And I did the best I could to keep up with him and offer a challenge when I could. So sit back, relax, join us for the duration. And we're off and running with Candid Conversations with Cuomo in the Year of the Corona. We're performing this in front of a almost live, virtually illustrated audience. So let me introduce you to our illustrated studio audience. I think you'll enjoy them. Audience, let's hear it. All right. Thank you for joining us. And with that, we'll turn to the first of our 3 segments on Candid Conversations with Cuomo in the Year of Corona.
Okay, good morning. Pleasure to be here with you today. And it is a beautiful morning. Today is Saturday.
It is a beautiful morning, but I think it's actually Friday.
Must be Saturday. I also know today is Saturday because I'm not wearing a tie. That is a cue to me to understand that today is not Saturday.
Well, wait, I'm a bit confused. You said you know it's Saturday because you're not wearing a tie. Let's set aside for a minute that it's actually Friday. But then you said that no tie is your cue to understand that it's not Saturday, which it's not. It's Casual Friday. But then you said again, today's Saturday.
Today is Saturday. That is a fact. Indisputable. Somebody probably could dispute it, but I will stand by that factual determination.
I don't want to get off to a bad start here, so let's go with Saturday. Yeah, so happy Saturday to you too. And thank you for not agreeing to speak with me on the first of our Candid Conversations with Cuomo on COVID.
Good to see you. Good to be with you.
Thank you, Governor. Good to be with you as well. Do you mind if I call you Andy?
I think it would be unnatural, period. End of story.
Okay, sure. It's not that hard to accept. I don't want to make a thing out of this. Governor it is then. Fine, I'll just call you Governor and you call me Doctor. Let's just leave it at that.
Technically a doctor, but not like a medical doctor, but still a doctor.
Wow, alrighty then. I mean, a bit of a tight sphincter this morning, don't you think, Governor? I mean, good Lord. It's not like you're the president or anything. How about we just move on? As you know, I've been, and other comedians like me, have been doing what we can to lighten the emotional load that everyone is experiencing with this COVID thing. My iTunes podcast, Dr. Don's Duty Dispatches, covers some important issues about communicating in the year of the corona. I wanted to ask if you think that comedy has a place in managing some of the emotional issues that we're all experiencing.
Two things. I, like the president, hope it works. I don't know if it works. I'm not a doctor. But everybody hopes something works, right?
Well, right. And I am a doctor. Not a medical doctor, as you so rudely pointed out, but a doctor nonetheless. And I think it will. And that's only one thing. You said there were two. What was the other? I know there's been some talk at the state level of allowing me and other comics to get back on the road in front of our public to help spread the word with a smile.
It will be a statewide plan for all of New York, all of New Jersey, all of Connecticut. That is the optimum. I'm not promising that. We're going to try to get all three states on the same page. Now, I'm sure if we do that, not every local government in New Jersey, not every local government in Connecticut, not every local government in New York is going to agree with every aspect of the plan.
Well, we appreciate the support, but for me personally, I'm trying to weigh my options. I want to follow the CDC guidelines as our great state of New York, under your expert measured guidance, I might add, begins to open up. But when I'm out there spreading the word, I don't want to spread the virus too. I want to be responsible, but it's a tough call. What do you think?
So is it worth the risk? You have to make that judgment. That's why I'm saying it has nothing to do with government at the end of the day. What is my role as governor? Vis-a-vis people, I just give them the information and then say, please, here are the facts. Please exercise diligence and judgment. Please, please. And now you weigh the risk reward.
Fair enough. I know we're going to continue these conversations every Friday or Saturday, if you insist. As we close up today, though, I have to say that this winter has been, well, rather soul-numbing without the smile that live comedy can bring. You know what I mean?
You want to talk about a cold winter where the earth becomes barren. This has been a cold period, but we will come back to life and we will have a rebirth. And that's what spring is all about.
Well, I understand. That's when I decided to develop Dr. Don's Duty Dispatches and share them on iTunes. It just seemed like, I don't know, the spring thing to do.
I tell you, for me, when I heard that news, with all this bad, with all this negative, something inside me said, you know what, we're going to be okay. We're going to find our way through this because there is an inherent goodness in people that will surprise you and you will rise to the occasion. Thank you on behalf of the people of the state, as governor of the state of New York. And thank you for myself, because they brought me inspiration and hope and energy at a time when I personally really needed it. So I wanted to say thank you for me, myself, and I, Andrew Cuomo.
Oh, you're very welcome, Governor. I had no idea. I'm a bit verklempt here. There's just been so many bad things that have happened this year. I just wanted to bring something to the party with a sense of humor, I guess. Oh, well.
And at the end of the day, good will win against bad. I believe that. And love will conquer all.
Well said, Governor. Truer words have never been spoken, except maybe by the people who said that first. But you know what? It certainly bears repeating.
Good will win against bad, and love will conquer all.
Well, I didn't mean, actually repeating it, but well, look, thank you for not taking any actual time from your busy schedule to talk to me on this first episode of Candid Conversations with Cuomo on COVID. I hope we can do it again next Friday or, Saturday. Look, whatever day you want to call it is fine with me.
Well, they all say that, and then they do something different.
Well, I mean it. Let's do it again. And until then, stay safe and maybe just try to relax that sphincter just a tad. And sitting through our next conversation will be a lot more comfortable if you do. Promise. See you next time. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But don't go anywhere. There's more. We tried to talk the governor into a colon cleanse between interview 1 and interview 2, so we're going to see what exactly he did. Well, welcome back, Governor, to another candid conversation with Cuomo on COVID. We invited you back through the proper channels, and once again, you refused. So we're going to conduct this interview with you and, of course, without you again. The last time we talked, I said I'd invite you back. This is that invitation. You seemed a bit skeptical that you were even going to get an invitation. Well, here it is.
I said thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Well, yes, you did. But you also said, as I recall, everyone says that, then does something different. I just wanted to let you know that, like you, I do exactly what I say I'm going to do.
How many times do you want me to say thank you? But I'm saying thank you for doing your job.
Well, yes, I suppose I just am doing my job, in a manner of speaking. And you did say thank you.
I don't know, what am I supposed to do, send a bouquet of flowers?
I actually do like flowers. I don't think a small bouquet would be out of line in appreciation.
That's not realistic. I'm not going to do that.
Why? You think a real man can't like a nice bouquet of flowers? What is that? Some kind of macho Goomba thing? Fine, whatever. I mean, it's not like it's a big deal. You're only going to staff it out. You probably get the state florist on speed dial. Anyway, I can already tell from your demeanor that you didn't take my advice from last time. You know, that daily laxative smoothie would have done wonders to loosen that sphincter. You sound very constipated again today, Governor. Do you want to do this interview or not? It's entirely up to you.
I just want to get it done. And I will get it done. Just tell me what I need to do to get it done. Let's start telling the truth. Let's stop with this filters.
I'm sorry, Governor. Let me interrupt you right there. I'm all about the truth, unfiltered. So as your brother Chris is fond of saying, let's get after it. As you know, Governor, my area of expertise is in communication, and this COVID experience has been a challenging one. It affects people in a number of different ways. Case in point, this interview. Right from the start, another prickly beginning. I don't know whether it's me or you, though I suspect it's mostly you.
It may be the way I'm communicating it. I'm just not effectively communicating. Don't laugh. Well, first of all, this is a common refrain in my house from my daughters, that it's me and my lack of ability to communicate effectively. It's a fair statement. And I'm guilty. I have no doubt I am guilty. I am a bad communicator.
Well, clearly you're not a great communicator, but you're right. We could all improve.
So I'm open-minded. I understand my weaknesses and my flaws. I'm a work in progress. We're all a work in progress. I'm trying to get better.
Well, it's good that you're open-minded about it, because you certainly do have your work cut out for you. And you might try just a bit harder to get it a little bit better. You know, in a much broader sense, though, this COVID experience has presented some challenges on a personal level. I know it has at my house. I mean, the latest craze at home is playing hide and go seek and hoping never to be found.
How can that even be? How is it even plausible as a strategy? It doesn't work.
Oh, I know. Believe me. My wife has now found me in every conceivable hiding place there is in our very modest 1,600 square foot cottage. There's no place for me to go, Governor, no place for me to hide. This decidedly is not a plausible strategy moving forward. Pretty soon the fights are going to start.
This is extraordinarily dangerous.
Believe me, Governor, I'm keenly aware of that.
We're dealing with a situation that we don't really understand and we don't know how to deal with. This is all uncharted water. I've talked to every expert on the globe. Nobody has been here before. It's going to take us at our best to navigate this.
It's clear, Governor, that being in such close quarters with someone for such a long period of time points to changes that we all have to make or should make.
No. How do you make the changes now that you've been talking about in some cases for years, by the way? But you never had the political will to do it, or it was too hard, or it was too difficult. But we never really do it. We never really get there. But it's too hard, it's too controversial.
I don't know. Sometimes I don't have the faintest idea. I just wish everything would roll back to like 2018 BC, you know, before COVID.
Well, it's a pain in the neck. Yeah, I get it. I get it. Well, I like the old way where I do whatever I want. I understand that. We don't want to get back to the old way. But we're not at the old way right now. Well, now you have an opportunity in this window to really make changes and reforms and improve things in a way you haven't.
Well, to manage that, just like you said, Governor, we are definitely going to have to be at our best. Our very best.
At our best, we have to be working together. We have to be logical. We have to be cooperative. We have to be sane. We have to work with people who sometimes we don't like.
Agreed, but we're talking about wives here. And I actually like mine well enough. It's just the added pressure of close quarters with COVID. And I'm not sure if I were you, Governor, I'd be dispensing white papers on personal relationships. I mean, I've been at this 50 years this year. You manage what, 15? I know we share a couple of fives in there, but come on.
It was a learning and growth and transformational period where growth and evolution was accelerated.
Accelerated? Well, that's polite. More like 15 short years. Look, Governor, it's none of my business, but you're the one who hauled out this whole offering advice on personal relationship thing. I mean, you married a Kennedy. What was that strategy? I mean, the Kennedys are Irish-American royalty. Every weekend during the summer, they hop into their shiny new white Mercedes or their sparkly metallic gray Land Rovers and head on up to Nantucket, where they board their magnificent sailing ships and ply the waters sipping champagne and oysters Rockefeller, who I understand they never even liked, taking in the cool breezes of the Atlantic, while the Cuomos of Queens every Friday night hop in their shiny black Cadillacs and head to the nearest Astoria social club for a cold beer and a slice, hoping to take in some of the cool breezes of the window air conditioner. I don't know, it's just my opinion, but that doesn't seem like a marriage made in heaven or the ideal pairing. I'm just saying.
It makes no sense.
It definitely does not. But I'll concede that love is a funny thing, Governor. And you've got, what, 3 beautiful daughters from that relationship, so kudos there. And I'm sure it was a wonderful and productive 15 short years. And I'm sure those were some of the busiest years of your career. I know I'm busy, and you know, that can put a strain on relationships. I understand.
We're all busy, we're all busy, we're all busy. Yeah, what does it mean at the end of the day?
Well, for me, it means I was really busy. For you, I don't know. Maybe you were just pretending to be busy.
What were you really busy with, and did it matter? So I know that I've learned a lot on a personal level.
It sounds like you're saying you blame yourself, and maybe rightly so.
What I said is, look, I don't care. I don't care who's to blame. I don't want to point fingers. I don't care.
Fine. I understand. Let's move on.
This is mayhem.
I said fine. Let's just move on.
The hope is that we learn from it and that we are the better for it, right? We endured the pain. Let's make sure we benefit from the gain.
That's absolutely correct, Governor. And along the way, we'll make mistakes and have some rough patches.
That's a fact. That is going to happen. You live life long enough, you will go through a difficult period. I've gone through more than my share. But you take those periods and you try to learn from them and you try to grow, right?
Right. I've certainly had some rough patches over my 50 years, and obviously you've had a few rough patches over your much shorter 15. Am I right? And I'm sure we've both been through a lot. You a lot less, but still.
And by the way, if you went through this, and you went through this pain and aggravation and suffering, and you didn't learn, well, then shame on us. Then shame on us. Because there are so many lessons to learn. And then you come back better than you were.
I agree. I think I've learned a lesson or two about marriage. What about you? What are the chances you'll give it another try?
Precisely zero, zilch, nada.
Well, that's pretty emphatic, Governor. You've obviously made up your mind and are happy handing out advice willy-nilly from the confines of the governor's mansion where you live alone. While nearly 5 million married men in the great state of New York right now are at home trying to cope with the relationship of a significant other in some form of COVID lockdown. What are they supposed to do?
Again, in terms of perspective, I think of it this way. Our whole response thus far basically has been a response to a crisis, right?
I would agree that that's been our response to this point. It's been rather intense.
I was afraid this thing was uncontrollable, but we proved we can control the beast. And as people start to take a deep breath and people start to feel we can control the beast, which we can, and they take comfort in the fact that we can control the beast, which I do.
I'm not sure I'd frame it quite like that. Sure, my wife can be a beast at times, but controlling her isn't really an option in the best of times. When she's a beast, it's not even remotely possible. Sometimes I imagine I'm not in control of anything. All I know is one thing leads to another. And before you know it, there's enough conflict and blame to go around.
But we have to stop. And we have to change. And you do need a totally different mindset. It can't be, it's you versus me. It has to be we, right?
I suppose that makes sense. And did you just change your tie for like the third time this interview?
That's right. That is 100% right. It is that simple.
Okay, I'm not even going to bother to ask why. So let's get back to this we thing.
If you don't get back to we and you think about a collective interest, you're going to defeat us all. Because it can't happen.
I agree. We're all trying, Governor. But these are challenging times.
And if we can't get past this now, when can we ever get past it? You can't put your politics aside even now? Even today?
Look, Governor, I'm a fan and you got my vote, but I can't put my politics aside. Not only is this the year of the corona, it's 2020. It's the year of the presidential election. It's on the news every night. It's all over the place. We sit down, we have dinner, we watch the news, we talk about politics. It's important. I can't set my politics aside. So I guess, we're stuck here together in lockdown, talking about politics. The family fight's just going to have to go on.
Families have fights. Yes, families have fights. Somebody's going to die?
Whoa, nobody said anything about anyone dying. These are verbal arguments, not fights to the death.
And the family is still going to carry forward these silly fights from years ago? Nobody even remembers how they started? If there's ever a time to come together, it's at a moment of crisis. And this is a moment of crisis.
It is that, Governor, no question. And I'm aware of the problem, but I'd like to work toward being part of the solution. And I thought maybe you could be part of the solution as well. So what's your thought?
And we always understood, and the great ones always told us, that it won't work this way. A house divided against itself cannot stand.
So now you're channeling Lincoln? I'm not sure the house of Dr. Don is about to fall, but your point's taken.
The key is to be more connected individually, more connected as a society, more connected as a community. And that's what we're going to do. Questions?
I think I've asked enough for today.
You want me to say thank you? Thank you for doing your job, and thank you for participating in a national crisis. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
I'm sorry, let me interrupt you again, Governor. Here's my suggestion. We keep these conversations going. You can continue to refuse to cooperate, and we'll continue to conduct the interviews anyway. So let's do this again soon. Until then, peace, Governor. Stay safe. And by all that is holy, please think about a laxative. You absolutely, positively have to loosen up.
It is a tremendous undertaking that has never been done before. That's not realistic. I'm not going to do that.
Try it, it works. See you next time. All right. Almost live. Illustrated studio audience. What do you think? Okay, we're about to head into our third and final segment of Candid Conversations with Cuomo in the year of Corona. I've gotten a couple of call-ins and inquiries about my two black eyes here, wanting to know if the governor has dispatched his cousins Guido and Nunzio to have a talk with me. Not the case. Please, let's not spread those rumors. The governor has been nothing but graciously uncooperative through this whole thing. So I want to thank him for that. Guido and Nunzio, if they even exist, have not visited me. These black eyes are the result of an altercation with a ladder. The ladder got the best of me, but we're moving on. So today, in our final segment, I just want to toss some things out to the governor and see what his reactions are. I mean, it's an exciting year. We're in a political season. A lot going on with COVID. So let's just get into it and see what his comments are, and we'll close it out in about 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, welcome back, Governor. Thanks for your virtual participation in Rochester Fringe Festival 2020. We appreciate you coming back for this.
Good morning.
So this is a political year, and I just want to start out by saying, in the interest of full disclosure, that while it somewhat pains me to do so, Donald Trump may have my vote again.
How can that even be? How is it even plausible?
Oh, yeah, no, hang on. Hear me out. There's a reason for this. The problem is, if we don't elect Donald Trump to his second term, I'm concerned that late night television as we know it may actually cease to exist. I mean, I have no idea what Stephen Colbert is going to do if he doesn't have Donald Trump as his foil. So that's my thinking. I'm trying to weigh, okay, the fall of the Republic versus no late night television, or late night television without a moral compass or a rudder to take them where we've been for the last 4 years. So that's my thinking. Jury's still out. Election, is still a few weeks away. But, don't judge me so harshly just yet.
Are you a cynic, my friend? Are you a pessimist, my friend?
Well, I honestly didn't think I was, Governor. And by the way, it's not lost on me that you now call me friend. I appreciate that very much. But in terms of this vote for Trump, I mean, it's a dilemma.
This is a hyper emotional issue. I get that. But, and people have very strong opinions. Everybody has a point. Everybody has an argument. You can't make everybody happy, but it's not about making everybody happy. But it is about hearing all sides.
All right, Governor. Let's stick with politics for a minute since we're on this topic. I'm just going to lay this out there, and I'd like your honest reaction. I've gotten a lot of calls and texts from viewers lately that are suggesting, and not all too subtly, I might add, that all of your posturing on the COVID crisis is really just something that you're creating to give you a solid springboard to a run for the presidency in 2024. Is there any truth to that whatsoever?
I don't know. And I don't want to speculate.
All right, Governor, I don't know if this is the question of the day or not, but I'm being bombarded with texts. Got to get this out there. So for the governor of the greatest state in the union, the Empire State, the great state of New York, is it boxers or tighty-whities? We got to know.
I resent that question. I don't like the implication of it. I think it was personally derogatory and hostile.
Well, Governor, that's pretty evasive. So we're putting together our own 2020 Fringe viewer poll to see what they think. And clearly, as you can see right here, the vast majority of our viewers pretty much think you're in a death grip with your tighty-whities. So, there you have it. Governor, if you wouldn't mind, could you share your personal view of your own role in this COVID catastrophe?
I'm an essential worker. I think I'm an essential worker. Some people would say I'm not that essential, but...
And are you at all worried about where we're headed here?
I never said there's nothing to worry about. I never said that. I worry every day. Well, you just worry a lot. No, I'm not really a worrier by nature. The circumstances cause me to worry.
Well, I think circumstances are going to continue to present themselves that make for some pretty dark moments. Any thoughts as our chief executive?
I've never seen or felt anything like it. I ask myself, and today I ask you, why did it take a crisis to bring us together? Why does government usually appeal to the worst in us rather than the best? Why do our politics today play to our fears and weaknesses rather than appeal to our strengths? Why doesn't government challenge us to reach higher and speak to our better angels? Why can't it motivate us by love rather than hate? Why doesn't government urge us to realize we are members of the same community, the same family, and that we all benefit when we work together? Working together works. That the only way forward is if I protect you and you protect me. If you care for me and I care for you. We showed that in the end, love does win. Love does conquer all. That no matter how dark the day, love brings the light. And it inspires me and energizes me and excites me. If we could accomplish together what we did here, this impossible task, then there is nothing that we can't do. And we will be better. And we will be stronger for what we have gone through. And it shows us how capable we are when we are at our best. It shows us that we have great potential to do even more, and we will. I know that we can. We learned that our better angels are stronger than our demons. And sometimes we just need to listen for them. We heard them, and it was beautiful. Let's keep listening together. Thank you for everything, and God bless.
Oh, God. Okay. All right. I understand. Please, no more. Let's... oh, God. All right, look. I can't go. I can't do this anymore. Thank you for your minimal participation in 2020 Fringe, your virtual participation, whatever you want to call it. Jeez. All right. I hope maybe you'll do it for real next year. Okay. All right. I gotta go. Bye. Bye.